Okay, so this morning I am going to be trying out this new MCT oil powder. This right here is 3 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream that I'm going to add to it just because I needed to up my fat intake a little bit. I'm hoping that this has enough natural sweetness to it, not natural, but added sweetness already, that I don't need to add more, sugar-free syrups or what have you. I feel like maybe there's still quite a bit at the bottom. My Ninja coffee pot has like a little whisk right here on the side, so. Put on my lid. Has a little bit of sweetness. It definitely could use more sweetener for my liking. What did they use to sweeten it? Oh, it's a stevia leaf monk fruit extract with only 2 carbohydrates, so it's not very sweet. Yeah, I definitely would add some more sweetness to it, but it's doable. So I'm just gonna drink this for today as is. If I feel like I need to on another day add more sweetness, then I will. But for today, I'll leave it. I don't know if the camera just got that, but I made a disaster trying to make my zoodles, but here they are. I got zoodles for tonight's dinner. These are the meatballs that are stuffed with cheese and some zoodles. So that is dinner. It looks delicious. Hi guys, it is Tuesday evening and it was my fasting day. I did a 24-hour fasting. I did 20-hour 4-hour window fasting day, and that means I need to hurry up and finish by 8 o'clock, and I have enough calories and macros in order to make my favorite dessert, which I'm going to show you. It's a mascarpone mousse. I'm gonna call it a coffee chocolate mascarpone mousse, I guess. It's delicious. This morning I wasn't able to try out the MCT oil. I did try it in my coffee yesterday, but I couldn't have any this morning because I was fasting. So I actually am going to try to mix it into the mousse and see how that tastes. I have yet to mix my mousse with protein powder or something else like that. I've just been using the cocoa powder and then the coffee that I'm going to show you here in a second. You need a kind of smallish bowl, but not too small. This is a little bit larger than the standard ramekin size. You need your scale to measure out your ingredients. You need the mascarpone cheese, which is what I just showed in my grocery haul. I'm going to be adding this MCT oil powder and collagen in chocolate flavor. If you don't have a product like this, even if it's a different brand, then what I ordinarily would put in this is 1 to 2 teaspoons of cocoa powder. You need some heavy whipping cream. I'm just going to put a tablespoon in mine. Then you need a sweetener of your choice. I'm only using half a teaspoon of this. And then of course you need your coffee. This is the decaf Folgers one. You could use a caffeinated instant coffee packet, but it just depends on if you can handle caffeine before bed. I cannot, so I am not going to be doing that. I'm going to be putting 2.5 ounces of the mascarpone into this bowl. I'm going to add a scoop of my MCT oil powder, half a teaspoon of your sugar sweetener, instant coffee packet, whatever, if you choose the caffeinated kind, or decaf like myself, tablespoon of heavy whipping cream. And then as you mix this, you may find that you need to put a little bit more liquid in here, and what you could do is, I use macadamia nut milk, and I'll put that in there because it has lower carbs. For a whole cup of 8 fluid ounces, it's 1 carb. So that's what I'll do. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It doesn't look the best, but I'm telling you, it is wonderful. I put it in a cute little bowl, so it just looks a little bit better. Okay, here we go. It looks good. Come on, camera. There we go. Yum, that is really good. If you love coffee and you love chocolate, This is gonna be your thing. So good. This is a great way to end a good fasting day. You earned it. And it has a good amount of fat in it. I couldn't tell you offhand because I have to look in my Fitness Pal. I'm too lazy to do that right now because I want to eat this. So yeah, I'm gonna finish eating this. Hi guys, it is Thursday night. It's 5:40. I am starving. I'm just coming off of a 22-hour fast, and I just broke my fast about half an hour ago with some Baby Bell cheeses, and then I also had some Parmesan crisps. I know, like cheese overload. Last night we made tacos and I didn't videotape it. I should have, but I mean, tacos is so easy. But I did the chaffle, so I made like the little waffle chaffles shells. They were super tiny, very street sized, taco sized. And tonight I'm just gonna be throwing together a taco salad. I'm just using the leftover taco meat. So that's a romaine heart that I already washed and chopped. Here is all that's left over of our taco meat. I'm supposed to have 4 ounces, but I think that's gonna take all of it, so I might eat a little bit less than that. I'm gonna put a tablespoon of mayo in there. And then I'm supposed to put in 1/4 of a beefsteak tomato, so that's what I have here. So that's what we have so far. And I'm putting 2 tablespoons of sour cream. I have 1 ounce of mozzarella that's gonna go on it. And then I'm gonna add a bag of these nacho cheese Quest chips. Dominated by Quest chips. I'm gonna put some of this Cholula's hot sauce on there. Okay, so that is dinner. 1 big taco salad. Delicious. Cannot wait to dig in right at this moment. I made it for about 4:30 a.m. workout. I'm dying. Can't wait to get home and shower, but I did it. I'm so proud of myself. Guys, I made it. I went to the gym. So excited. But I wanted to show you what, I don't remember if I showed this or not, but I was ordering Zip Fizz. So this is my order of Zip Fizz that I got from Costco, and I ordered just 2 flavors. I ordered the grape and then the peach mango, and today was my very first time trying it. I decided that it was time for me to go to the gym so I could try out the Zip Fizz. So the first one that I tried today was the peach mango, and I am a huge mango fan. I feel like it's overwhelmingly in peach flavor. It's not bad, but so far I don't know if that is going to be my favorite flavor. Is there some kind of Zip Fizz swap group or something? I would love to join a group like that so I could swap flavors, so I could try other ones. Otherwise, I'll have to purchase another like flavor pack combo. I'm not sure if I'm ready to invest in another bulk package just yet, especially because I just got 2 boxes. But if there is some kind of group like that, can someone please let me know in the comments down below? I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm curious about 2 things. 1, I just tried a Zip Fizz for the very first time, and 2, this is my first heavy lifting workout in about like 3.5 months. So I'm curious to find out if I have knocked myself out of ketosis. Yesterday after my fast, I was 0.6, which actually was a drop from the morning. In the morning, I was 0.9, and after a 22-hour fast, I had dropped to 0.6. So I'm curious to see if I'm still in ketosis at this moment. So I'm gonna check. And also curious about the blood sugar since I had a Zip Fizz. Oh my God. Whoa. 158. Wow. Normally my morning readings, the highest it's ever been is 113. I'm going to check it again, I think in an hour, and see what happened, because I just finished my last sip of my Zip Fizz. Yeah, not in ketosis. It says 0.2. So I think Zip Fizz knocks me out of ketosis. I'm going to check it again this morning. I'm going to check it in an hour and see where we are. Look how sexy my new lunch bag is. It's like a little cooler backpack from Arctic. I cannot wait to use it. It's so cute. Okay, it's 1 hour later. We are going to be checking our glucose first again, and then the ketones. Okay, it only dropped a little bit, 131. Hey, but ketones, not bad, 0.4. So it went up a little bit, but yeah, the darn blood sugar didn't. So I'm gonna have to do an experiment this weekend. Okay, so this is quick thrown together lunch. So here I just need some tuna, and this is 2.5 tablespoons of chosen avocado mayo mixed in there with about a teaspoon of just yellow mustard, a little bit of salt and pepper, pork rinds. So this is 1 serving of pork rind. It's a sweet chipotle one, crispy cuts that I got from World Market. And then here I have a serving of parm crisps. This is in the pizza flavor. So that's right here. I showed it in my grocery haul, I think 2 weeks ago. And here I have just a serving of, I think this is dry roasted macadamia nuts. It's one thing I brought back for a food souvenir from Hawaii. So this is just dry roasted with sea salt. That's about 10 grams there. And then of course I have to have sparkling water. This is raspberry lime. This is really good. I'm really digging this right now. That is the quick lunch for today. Okay, and then this is my new breakfast obsession on the days that I am not fasting. So I put about 2 to 3 ice cubes in here. Then I have my very strong coffee. This is actually only 4 ounces of coffee. And then I'm doing now a scoop of this Bean Envy MCT oil powder with collagen in chocolate flavor. So I toss that in there as well. 1 cup of, this is Milkademia, which is a macadamia nut milk. And then I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, to make it creamier, and I needed a little bit more fat today. And then this is all gonna get blended. Okay, and then I'm ready to go. Hi guys, it's TGIF, and I am hungry because I went to the gym today and I had one of those Zip Fizzes, and I swear I felt like my body was doing overtime. Like I felt that I was sweating harder throughout the day. I just feel like I've been in fat burning mode and I am starving. So tonight I am going to be making the lasagna chicken that I showed or talked about in my part 1 video. I'm actually going to be making it tonight because I am ready to eat it. To make this recipe, I will post the original, but I am modifying it. And I'm modifying it because she has you mix a ricotta mixture that is not how I have typically seen a ricotta mixture done. Okay, so here is what I'm using today to make this. So I have my big dish right here. You need a 9 by 13. This I might be a little bit bigger than 9 by 13. I'm not sure, but it's big. It's like a deeper pan. You need olive oil, but I am going to be using avocado oil. So you just grease your pan. And actually for this, I use grapeseed oil just because it also has a high heat. I did not use olive oil in that. The recipe suggests use olive oil, but do what you wish. So this is everything that we're going to need. And we have our chicken here. So you need, I think it said 6 ounces per a chicken breast, and you need 3 chicken breasts. Mine's a little bit larger than this. We're looking at 2.19 pounds. It might be less than that after it cooks. but you just can adjust accordingly. Like for sauce example, this is a half a cup of sauce. If you needed more because you had more chicken, then you could add some more sauce. But so these are all of the ingredients we're going to need. This is half a cup of marinara sauce. This is the Rouse marinara sauce. You need 1 cup of ricotta cheese, half a cup of Parmesan cheese, 1 cup of mozzarella, 1 egg. This is 2 tablespoons of basil. This is 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning, 1 tablespoon of parsley. This is a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of garlic powder. So you turn your oven at 375 to preheat. Mine has already been on for a while, so it's ready to go. And the first thing we're going to do is make the ricotta cheese. I want to get this over with before I actually get to the chicken. So we'll go ahead and mix the ricotta cheese. We want to reserve some of our cheese for topping, and we want to reserve some of our seasonings. So the first thing we're going to put in here is the whole amount of ricotta cheese. So this is 1 cup. We are going to put the entire half a cup of Parmesan cheese into the bowl. For the mozzarella, this is 1 cup. We're going to be only adding half a cup into our mixture here. So it could just be a rough estimate. It doesn't have to be exact. You're going to add 1 egg. This is where it's going to differentiate from the original recipe because she does not have you put an egg on, and she doesn't have you use some of the seasonings that I'm going to. So 1 egg into the mix. And then, so this is 2 tablespoons of basil. If you don't like basil, you can avoid this, but I really like basil inside of my ricotta mixture. And then this is our Italian seasoning. So this was 1 tablespoon. So I'm just gonna reserve half of this. So let's just pour in half into the mix. And then this was a tablespoon of parsley. That's gonna go all inside of here. And then our teaspoon of salt. We are going to put just half of it inside of the mix and save some. And then we're going to put the entire amount of garlic powder, which is 1 teaspoon, into the mix. And then that's our mixture. So we're just going to go ahead and mix it. So this is the 3 chicken breasts. Mine are still slightly frozen, which is good for being able to butterfly the chicken, because that's what we're going to do, is you're going to make, like, not really butterfly it, but you want to make like a little pocket. So I may end up using my mallet. If I can't make the little pocket well, then I might just end up butterflying it and putting the stuffing inside. So there's no clear instructions, but if you're going to do this, you definitely want your meat slightly frozen, because it's a lot safer to get in there and cut. And I have no idea what this pocket is supposed to look like. I'm guessing okay, so there's 1 little pocket. So now the first thing we're going to do is drizzle a tablespoon of the oil of choice right over your chicken. Okay, and then this is where we're going to take our leftover Italian seasoning and our salt, and we're going to sprinkle it right over the chicken. We're going to get all of our ricotta cheese stuffed inside these 3 chicken breasts. The final part. Final last 2 steps. You notice we did not put our mozzarella on. We are going to bake this in the oven for 30 minutes until the chicken is cooked through. And then we will sprinkle the last of our mozzarella on. So let's go ahead and put this into the oven. It is done, but I think I'm just gonna let it rest here for a few minutes before I actually dig in. On the recipe, she never said how many this served. I went ahead and put 6 servings because I figure they're so big that you can just cut them in half. So I'm calling this a 6-serving dish. I did have to modify my recipe in my Fitness Pal to accommodate the amount of chicken I have. But I think the calories for this comes out to about 264, which is not bad. I think the carbs was either 4 or 5 grams of carbs first serving, which is not bad. So yeah, I'm just gonna let it cool and then I'll show you when I'm ready to dig in. Whoa. So I have to admit, kind of looks like a small portion, but we'll see. Okay, so I already cheated and had like 2 bites. Maybe just a little bit less of the basil, even though I love it in there and you can really taste it. Maybe 1.5 tablespoons instead of 2. It's really good though. Very, very good. You could easily eat a whole chicken breast for, 1 serving. It's going to be like a little bit over 500 calories, but, if you're doing fasting or something and you just want like a larger dinner.